Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, my name is Tiffany. So I'm not really gonna make like a super long intro for this. As you can tell by the title, this video is really just gonna be about my credit cards and the credit cards that I have, the limits that I have on every one of them, and then the balance. And also I'll be telling you the annual fee, and there's only an annual fee for 3 of them. So at the end of the video, I will be showing you my credit score, and I will be explaining why I have as many cards as I have. So if you would like to know that information, then just stay tuned. But if you just came to see how many credit cards I have and what credit cards I have, then I'm about to talk about that right now. So just a quick disclaimer, I had terrible credit about, I want to say 5 years ago. It was like in the 500s, the low 500s, then it got, you know, to the high 500s, and I couldn't get, you know, anything really, no car loans, no anything. Like some places only check to see if you have evictions, but I applied to a couple different places where they actually checked your credit score and you had to have above a certain credit score. So mine was trash, and I dedicated the past 5 years to improving my credit, and I think that I've done pretty well. It could be better, you know, I don't have a perfect 850, but I have come a long way. That being said, some of these cards have low limits because, like I said, my credit was bad, and when I first got the card, they were not showing me any love, so they gave me like terrible limits to start off with. So okay, the first one I'm gonna start with is my Macy's card. Of course, I'm going to be covering up the front of the card because of the numbers. Some of them don't have numbers on the front, so I won't have to cover those, but this one has numbers on the front. This is my Macy's card. The limit for this card is $11,500, and I only have a $337 balance on it. My next card is my Kohl's card, and I have a limit of $3,000, and there is a 0 balance on this card. The next card I have is my Ulta Rewards card. It has a $1,950 balance. Limit. There is a $0 balance on this card. The next card that I have, this is my Firestone card. This currently has a $2,400 limit on it and a 0 balance. This card is my Target Red card. The Target, oh, and by the way, I'm doing store cards first and then cards that I can use anywhere, basically. So $1,000 limit on this and a $0 balance. This is my Victoria's Secret Angel card. This has a $6,000 limit on it and again a $0 balance. This is my last store card. This is my Best Buy card, and I hate this card. When I opened this card, I was like 19 years old. They gave me a $700 limit like right off the bat, and then like a super low limit right off the bat, and then it's been at $700 ever since. And if I ask for a credit limit increase, they put a hard pull on my credit. So I've stopped asking for increases, and I do not use this card at all. The only reason why it's open, like literally, is just to have more available credit. Okay, moving on to the cards that I can use anywhere. These next 2 cards are American Express, and when I tell y'all, American Express does not mess with me. Like, first of all, it took me so long to get an American Express card, and then when they gave me the first American Express card I got, they gave me, and it was only $1,000 for the limit, and I was just like, and they haven't raised it. They haven't raised either. I have 2 American Express cards and they haven't raised it. But anyway, this is the American Express Delta Airlines card, and again, it's at a $1,000 limit and a $0 balance. This is my Blue Cash Everyday. I believe that's what it's called. It's not on here, but yes, it's an American Express Blue Cash Everyday card. This also has a $1,000 limit and a $0 balance. This is my Apple card. There's no information on it whatsoever. It's just my name and Goldman Sachs. So, and this is the middle card. This has a $3,000 limit and a $365 balance. This is called an Avant credit card. Avant is really not that popular, so a lot of people don't know about this credit card, but they approved me when my credit was terrible. Again, another low limit. It's $1,000. Well, they approved me for $750 at first, and then they raised it up to $1,000 after, like, I don't know, I've had this card for a while, and they've only given me 1 credit limit increase, and you can't go in and ask for one. That's not an option that they provide. So anyway, $1,000 balance, and I mean $1,000 limit and $0 balance. This is a lend up card. This card has $1,100 limit on it and a $0 balance. I got a pre-approval in the mail for this, and with a no annual fee. That's the kind of credit cards I like, no annual fee, so I don't have to pay anything. The only annual fee, I said I was gonna tell you guys the annual fees, but I forgot. So the annual fees that I pay is for the Avant credit card. That's a $40 annual fee. The American Express Delta, that's a $95 annual fee. So this one doesn't have an annual fee, but it's called a Lend Up Aero card. I'm pretty sure they changed the name, but who cares? And then next I have a Fifth Third credit card. This one is called Truly Simple. This one is one of the lowest balances that I have. There's only one other one that's this low, and this one is a $500, I mean not balance, why do I keep saying that? One of the lowest limits that I have. There's only one other card that has the same limit as this, and this one has a $500 limit and a $0 balance. The next card that I have is my Discover card. It's like a little, like a tape. So my Discover card has a $4,300 limit and a $0 balance. This one is my Capital One Quicksilver, and it has a $1,350 limit and a $0 balance. This one is my Capital One Saver. This one has a $1,000 limit and a $0 balance. Capital One Quicksilver, $40 annual fee. That's the last annual fee. So I have 3 annual fees that I pay. Avant, Quicksilver, and American Express. So $180 a year basically. I'm gonna close the Avant. I might close American Express, Delta, I'm not sure yet. And then I have a Capital One Platinum, and this one has a $2,800 limit and a $0 balance. Then I have my Capital One Walmart. Yes, I like Capital One. Capital One likes me. I have even my car loan is through Capital One. I have a extremely excellent payment history with Capital One. So I got this one. This is the Capital One Walmart card, but I can use this anywhere if I need to. And this has a $3,000 limit and a $0. Oh no, I just purchased something on this recently to get the points. This has a $70 balance. This is my Citi Double Cash card. This is my favorite credit card. This gives me the most rewards and the most cash back that I've ever had on any of my credit cards. So I use this one the most. I use this every single day. I filter any bill that I can through this. I wish I could filter the rent through it, but the fee that they charge to pay rent with a credit card is absolutely ridiculous, and it just cancels out the cash back that I will receive. So I don't pay the rent with this, but I pay everything else that I possibly can with this. I buy groceries with this. I pay the light bill. I pay whatever I can. This one has a $4,000 limit and a balance of about $170. Next, and coming towards the end, this is my Wells Fargo Cashwise card. This has a $3,000 limit and a $0 balance. And then last but not least, well actually yes, this is least, Navy Federal. This card, this was a waste of a pool. Like I really thought that everybody is getting like these $25,000 limits, and they literally gave me a $500 limit, and I was just like, what? So I'm very disappointed with Navy Federal. I might close it in the future, I'm not sure. I went ahead and got this card anyway. So and my credit, it's not bad. So I'm just confused as to why, you know, they would give me $500 on this card. So that is all my credit cards. That is a grand total of 21 credit cards. A grand total of $54,100 in credit limit. Now I'm going to tell you why I have so many credit cards. On my credit report, I still have a couple of derogatory marks, nothing too serious, nothing over what I think the most is like $800, $850. And there's only 3. So there's one for like maybe $78, and then one for $270, and then one for $850. So I still have derogatory marks on my credit report, but the reason why my credit score is high is because available credit. I have a lot of self-control when it comes to spending money or not spending money, or saving money or whatever. Like when it comes to finances, like in general, I have a lot of self-control. So I don't, you know, I can literally go buy whatever I want right now, and I don't, because I know that it's a slippery slope. You know, credit cards are not free money. You know, you have to pay it back plus interest. So I'm just not interested in that. The only reason why I have them is because I wanted to open up my available credit to, like, you know, 50,000 or more, and I wanted to be able to boost my credit score using that available credit, and it worked. Also, I do not have any late payments. No late payments whatsoever. For the past 8 years, I have absolutely zero late payments. All of my credit card bills are paid on time. I do not have balances on 90% of my credit cards. I only have balances on, I believe, 4 of them, and I have 21 of them. But the reason why it's better to have more credit cards instead of 2 to 3 credit cards is because if you're a type of person that sometimes they miss payments or they make the payment late, if the more credit cards you have, the less effect that takes on your credit score. Just these 2 credit cards, right? So in a year, there are 24 payments, 12 payments for this and 12 payments for this. So out of 24 payments, if I miss 2 payments, I only have 22 on-time payments, right? So it drops the percentage. 21 credit cards, and you multiply that by 12. Let's see how much that is. 21 times 12, because I'm not a math whiz, that's 252 payments a year. If I miss 2 payments, I still have 250 on-time payments. And the percentage, if I miss 2 payments and I only have 2 cards, the percentage is higher of missed payments. But if I miss 2 payments and I have 21 cards, the percentage is going to be way lower of missed payments than, you know, having just 2 cards. The percentage of missed payments is not going to change much if the more credit cards that you have. Also, it's just good to have a lot of available credit if you're trying to do something like, you know, get a car loan or buy a house or anything that you use credit for. You know, it's just good to have available credit so they can see that you can, you know, you have available credit but you aren't using it. So that's why I have as many credit cards as I do. I'm going to show you guys a couple screenshots of my credit scores. Now I pulled my credit scores from Credit Karma. I also pulled my credit scores. I also pulled my credit scores from Discover, American Express, I believe, Wells Fargo, Chase. Like, all of them will give you free credit scores, and most of the time when you like go through a bank to get your credit score, they give you your FICO score. So I have FICO 8 score, FICO 9 score, and all of my scores are above 700. The credit scores on Credit Karma are a little bit deceiving because for me, they're always higher than my FICO scores. So, but I just use Credit Karma as just like a reference of what I have on my credit, like, you know, if I have any late payments or missed payments, or, you know, my credit card utilization and things like that. I don't really take that credit score to heart. So I just wanted to say one more thing. If you intend on improving your credit score using just credit cards like I did, because I didn't pay everything off in collections, you know, I'm not paying some of that, like the stuff that's in there. I've decided that I'm not paying because they already told me that they weren't going to remove it even if I paid it. So what is the point? It's gonna fall off soon, so I'm not gonna pay that stuff. If you want to use credit cards to rebuild your credit, then you have to have some self-control. If you want to do this, you have to have some self-control. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or you want any more information about my situation, you know, like I said, I'm not saying go apply for 30 million credit cards. This is just what I did to help my score. If you have any questions or you want me to talk about anything else, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.